Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name CarriersCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students. So such friends, I'll highly suggest you to watch our video, as they will be very beneficial for you in the long term. Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of 5th and 6th of March. The session will be really important and interesting, and you will be able to learn multiple things from this lecture, and I'll suggest you all for the same reason to watch this lecture till the end. So let's start with our current affairs. Also friends, apart from this, I'll suggest you all to watch our topic wise videos. These topic wise videos are really important, as they will help you to prepare a specific topic such as your important days, national affairs, international affairs, sports, defense. From these topics definitely a question is asked, and when you will be revising or watching the video for topic wise, all these important topics will be covered in those videos, and they will help you to remember a current affairs in a better way. So do check them out also. So friends, let's start. First is, two organizations has recently signed a memorandum of understanding to strengthen value-based sports education among school children and teachers. So we are talking about sports education. All right, and we are saying that which two organizations came together that will be providing sports education to both school children as well as the teachers there. So which is the organization there? Two organizations are asked. So NADA and NCRT. What is NADA? NADA stands for National Anti-Doping Agency. And if you remember, Sunil Shetty was appointed the brand ambassador for NADA. What is NCRT? NCRT is your National Council of Educational Research and Training. These two organizations came together and signed an MOU that they will be giving, or they will be strengthening the value based education for related to sports, that is your sports education among school children as well as teachers. What is NADA? NADA basically keeps checks on various anti-doping, that is keeps checks on the doping of the players, that if any player is consuming any illegal substance, then strict action will be taken for the same. This is on the national level. If we talk about the international level or at the world level, it will be WADA, that is your World Anti-Doping Agency. All right, so you have to remember this, it is important. Apart from this, you can see that to develop, decimate and popularize e-content on sports values, ethics and anti-doping, to promotion of UNESCO's value-based sports education toolkit in every classroom, and to utilize the digital infrastructure and outreach capacity of Department of Sports Education and Learning through PM E-Vidya for school students, parents and young budding athletes and physical education teachers. These are the basic reason why this MOU was signed. Alright, important. Next. Next is which ministry? But if I ask you here only, third edition of Khelo India Winter Games, where were they held? They were held in Gulmarg. Gulmarg is in Jammu and Kashmir. Alright, and who topped here? It was Jammu and Kashmir only who topped the medal tally. Then fifth edition of Khelo India Youth Games, where they were held? They were held in Madhya Pradesh. Who topped? Maharashtra topped in these medal tally. Then recently Club FIFA World Cup was held. Who won the Club FIFA World Cup? It will be your Real Madrid who has won this Club FIFA World Cup. And if we are talking about the normal FIFA World Cup that was held in Qatar, who won? It was your Argentina, and it was the third time that Argentina has won it. Then if we are talking about the 15th edition of FIH Men's Hockey World Cup, it was won by whom? It was won by Germany. Where was this held? This was held in Odisha. Alright, and in Odisha only, Raukela, the biggest hockey stadium, Birsa Munda Hockey Stadium, has been developed. Next is your which ministry has extended an MOU with NIFT for design support of products made by self-help groups of DNRLM, that is your DNRLM. So first of all, if we talk about NIFT, what is this NIFT? NIFT stands for National Institute of Fashion Technology. That means here we will be talking about fashion sense, we will be designing products, we will be designing your dresses, we will be working on various logo designs. So everything related to designing will come under this institute. Alright, and it is one of the very famous institutes. Say if we talk about technology and engineering, we say IITs are the most popular. Similarly for designing, NIFTs are the popular institutes. So which ministry has recently extended an MOU with NIFT for design support of products made by self-help groups of DNRLM? It will be your Ministry of Rural Development. They have extended this MOU with NIFT for design of products made by self-help groups for by DNRLM. And what is DNRLM stands for? It is your Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihood Mission. Alright, then remember, in this only, if we talk about it, a non-financial MOU was signed between NRLM and Ministry of Rural Development as well as your NIFT for 3 years. Alright, however, the MOU was impacted by the onset of COVID pandemic. Nonetheless, NRLM managed to utilize the services of NIFT for the purpose of redesigning and renovating the Saras Gallery at Baba Kadak Singh Marg in New Delhi, which is now operationalized since December 17, 2021 for marketing of self-help group products from all the states and union territories. As on the date of, Saras Gallery has generated a sale of 1 crore 17 lakh 5,240 rupees till March 21, 2023 since its renovation. NRLM has taken several initiatives to promote these self-help group products like Saras Gallery, presence of self-help group products on Amazon, Flipkart, Meesho, Ministry's own dedicated e-commerce platform as is www.esaras.in and regular Saras Ajivika fairs at national and state level. Alright, so it is your Ministry of Rural Development that has extended an MOU with NIFT for designing support of products made by self-help groups of DNRLM. And this MOU was signed for 3 years but was impacted because of COVID-19. Moving on. Next, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare has recently approved the launch of Indian Farmers Fertilizer Cooperative Limited's Nano DAP fertilizer in the market. I repeat, here we will be talking about Nano DAP. DAP is your diammonium phosphate. Alright, it is a kind of a fertilizer. So remember, it is Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare They have approved the launch of IFCO Nano DAP fertilizer in the market. All right. In this regard, DAP manufactured by IFCO, it is notified as the Fertilizer Control Order. And FCO is an act that regulates sales, pricing, distribution, and other formalities of the fertilizers in India. All right, this nano DAP is being jointly manufactured by IFCO in association with private player Coromandel. And nano DAP will be sold at 600 rupees per bottle of 500 ml. One bottle will be equivalent to one bag of DAP, which currently cost around 1350 rupees. So we can say that this one bag of this fertilizer or one bottle of this fertilizer, that is of 500 ml, will be equal to one bag of DAP that was sold for rupees 1350 rupees. All right, and who is developing this? It is being developed by IFCO in cooperation with other private player Coromandel. Then remember who recently approved the launch or the sale of this IFCO Nano DAP fertilizer in the market? It will be your Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. And remember, DAP manufactured by IFCO is notified in the FCO, that is Fertilizer Control Order. That means here IFCO will be monitoring the prices, it will be monitoring the sale, distribution, and other formalities of this fertilizer in India. As we know, because of the war that was taking place between Ukraine and Russia, the supply of urea was impacted, and because of this we can say that urea, fertilizers, DAP, they are important source of nutrients for the crops during a season. So if it is impacted, then definitely our crops will also be impacted. So in order to cut short the delay of the export or import of these fertilizers, this step has been taken. Even if you remember, a government to government agreement was signed with Nepal in order to step up the export or import of urea. All right. Next, what is the rank of India in the Electoral Democracy Index? We are talking about EDI, Electoral Democracy Index for 2023. What is the rank of India? So remember, India was ranked 108th in this VDEM institutes. That means this report EDI was released by VDM, and in their index the rank of India was 108th. Alright, if we talk about this only, you can see here that according to Democracy Report 2023, definance in the face of autocratization, a flag publication of the varieties of democracy, that is VDEM Institute, they have released this report, that is Democracy Report 2023, definance in the face of autocratization. In this VDEM's Institute's report, that is rank of India in the Electoral Democracy Index is 108. So question can be asked that this index was released by whom? It was released by VDEM, and in which report? In this particular report. Now you have to remember that this rank is in the 2023. But if I ask you what is the rank in 2022, the rank in 2022 was 100. Alright, the rank was 100. Similarly, if I ask you what was the rank in Liberal Democracy Index for 2022, it was 97. Alright, coming back, you can see the rank of India is 108 in the Electoral Democracy Index. Alright, and in 2022 the rank was 100, and now in 2023 it is 108. According to the report, India is falling behind and comes under the category of electoral autocracies. The democracy report from VDEM Institute is based on a global data set on democracy with over 31 million data points for 202 countries from 1987 to 1789 to 2022. Next we are talking about World Bank, and I have told you multiple times what is the difference between World Bank and International Monetary Fund. The difference is that when you are going for a development projects, when you want to grow a country, when you want to improve the conditions, and if you want to bring more facilities for the people, then World Bank will be financing you for the development projects. But if you are in a grave situation similar to a economic crisis that is going on in Pakistan or Sri Lanka, then if you want any monetary help during that time of economic crisis, then you will be approaching International Monetary Fund, where they will be helping you for the same. Now you can see here that we are developing public healthcare infrastructure. So which will be the organization that will be committing $1 billion to India? Will it be International Monetary Fund, or will it be your World Bank? So as I just mentioned, it is your World Bank, as per the concept that I mentioned, that any infrastructure development, any development in the nation that will be helping the people or providing service to the people, that will come under World Bank only. All right, so you can see World Bank, they have signed a two loan programs, that is PHSPP and EHSDP, of $500 million each to support India's healthcare sector. So we can say $500 each, they becomes $1 billion that will be committed by World Bank to India for developing public healthcare sector. Now if we talk about this program only, you can see here that $500 million healthcare will be for $500 million will be provided to healthcare system for the pandemic preparedness program, and $500 million for enhanced health service delivery program to support and improve the India's healthcare infrastructure. All right. Apart from this, you can see through this combined financing of $1 billion, that is roughly around 8200 crore rupees, the World Bank will support India's flagship program, that is Pradhan Mantri Ayushman Bharat Health Infrastructure Mission, that was launched on October 2021 to improve the public healthcare infrastructure across India. All right. Next. Next is, which two organizations came together to finance renewable energy projects in India? They will be your, which among the four options? IREDA and EIB. That is your Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency and European Investment Bank. These two organizations came together and they will be funding the renewable energy projects in India. All right, important one here. These renewable energy projects can include your solar energy, wind energy, geothermal energy. Then it can include your green hydrogen projects, because it is also a clean energy only. Because on burning green hydrogen, what do we get? We get H2O. No carbon is released into the atmosphere. Similarly, remember, it is your IREDA and EIB. They will be funding together, or these two organizations came together and they will be exploring various funding options to develop renewable energy projects in India. Here, this renewable energy will projects will also be there, and green hydrogen projects will also be starting in India. All right. This processed this proposed collaboration will support the development of renewable energy, green hydrogen projects, green ammonia, e-mobility, battery storage, etc. in India. Also, if you remember, lithium has been found in India. Lithium reserves has been found where? In Jammu and Kashmir. Even now, there was a news recently that in Iran, around 8.2 metric tons of lithium reserve has also been found. All right, and this makes them the fifth or the sixth largest. India is on the eighth position. Remember, there is an update data that India is on the eighth position in terms of the lithium reserve that has been found in Jammu and Kashmir. And if we are talking about the processing, who has the monopoly over the processing of lithium in the world? It will be your China. This question can definitely ask that which country holds the monopoly of processing lithium in the world. It is with China. All right, though they does not have the largest reserves, still because of the technological development there, they have the largest monopoly over the processing of lithium. Similarly, if I ask you about IREDA, where is the headquarter? It is in New Delhi. Remember this. Moving on, here you can see it is IREDA and European Investment Bank that have came together and they will be financing various renewable energy projects, green energy projects, or green hydrogen projects in India. Next, which organization has signed a loan agreement with the government of India to support for health and urban infrastructure. For support in the health and urban infrastructure, which two organization came together, or which single organization came together for the same, for developing or providing support in health and urban infrastructure? It will be your JICA, that is your Japan International Corporation Agency. They have signed a memorandum of agreement with Government of India to offer Japanese ODA loans worth 40,673 million yen. Alright, so we can say that JICA, that is your Japan International Cooperation Agency, they have signed an agreement with Government of India, that is they will be providing support for the healthcare and urban infrastructure in India. Here the loan will be for, basically you can say, Mumbai Trans Harbour project. Let me show you. Mumbai Trans Harbour project, and second loan amount of here will be around 30,755 million yen, and second will be for establishment of a state super specialty cancer and research center in Mizoram with 164 beds, and loan amount here will be 9,918 million yen. All right, so you can just read about this project in the PDF or from the website or from the notes itself. Just remember that it will be your Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA. They have signed an agreement with India with a total of around 40,673 million yen, where they will be developing two projects in India that will be based on healthcare and urban infrastructure. Next is New India Assurance became second company to offer surety bond businesses. I repeat, New India Assurance Co Limited, India's largest general insurer, has become the second insurance company to get surety bond businesses, which is being pushed by the government as an alternative to bank guarantees for the government procurement. Here, IRDAI has permitted general insurance to issue surety bonds since April 2023. All right, mark this. New India Assurance. Next is economy and business. Recently, Tata Steel Mining has signed an MOU with GAIL for clean fuel. Now, see, most of the projects that you will be talking in, maybe coming up in the year or next year or further year, will be based on all on the green energy. All right, they will be based on clean fuel. They will be talking about renewable sources of energy. We will be talking about fuel that is not impacting our environment, that is not polluting our environment. So for the same, remember, Tata Steel Mining, they have signed a memorandum of understanding with GAIL for clean fuel. All right, this MOU with GAIL, that is a central public sector undertaking under the ownership of Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, for the supply of natural gas to its ferroalloys plant in Athgad in Cuttack, Odisha, to reduce the carbon footprint in its operations. So Tata Steel signed an MOU with GAIL to produce or to provide natural gas to its ferroalloys plant in Cuttack, Odisha, to reduce the carbon print. Direct question, nothing else you have to remember. Next, awards and recognition. NTPC has been conferred with the CBIP award for 2022 for outstanding contribution in power generation. Now, what is this CBIP? This stands for the Central Board of Irrigation and Power. Alright, it was established by the Government of India on 1st of January 1927, and NTPC was honored with this outstanding contribution in power generation because of its Vindhyachal Super Thermal Power Station, that is the largest power station in India, for its efficiency and high level of generation. And for the same, they were honored with the CBIP Award 2022 for the outstanding contribution in power generation. Alright, important. And they were honored with this, that is, NTPC was honored at the Scope Convention Center, that was in New Delhi. Next is first privately manufactured indigenized fuzz YDB60 by EEL handed over to IN. What are we talking about here? We are talking about a fuse. All right, we are talking about a ammunition fuse, and this is for the first time that India has placed a supply order for underwater ammunition fuse on the Indian private industry. So coming back, remember, first privately manufactured indigenized fuse YDB-60 by EEL, that is your Economic Explosive Limited, has been handed over to the India. All right, Indian Navy. That is IN stands for Indian Navy. All right. So coming back, remember, important that which company has delivered this fuse? It is Economic Explosive Limited. All right, it was handed over to whom by the EEL? To Indian Navy, and this is for the first time that Indian Navy has placed a supply order for underwater ammunition fuse, and the name of the fuse is YDB-60. Next is former ASG and Union Minister Satyabrata Mukherjee has recently passed away. I repeat, Satyabrata Mukherjee has recently passed away. He was the former Additional Solicitor General of India and the former Member of Parliament of Lok Sabha who passed away in Kolkata, West Bengal. He passed away at the age of 90. He was born on 8th of May in 1932 in Assam. All right, and we have seen that recently he has passed away. Also remember, he has served as the 7th president of the BJP West Bengal unit from 2008 until he was replaced by Rahul Sinha in 2009. Next, World Day of Fight Against Sexual Exploitation is observed on dash. World Day of Fight Against Sexual Exploitation. It is observed on 4th of March. Important. Alright. This day is observed to create awareness about preventing sexual exploitation and to provide support to the victims of sexual abuse. Then remember, since 2009, on 4th of March has been observed as the World Day of Fight Against Sexual Exploitation. So we can say the first time it was observed in 2009. Next, you can see is National 52nd edition of the National Safety Day. It is observed on 4th of March and 52nd National Safety Week is observed from 4th to 10th of March. Very important, friends. All right. Question here can be definitely asked that when do we observe National Safety Day? It is observed on 4th of March. When do we observe National Safety Week? We observe this National Safety Week from 4th to 10th of March. Here you can see that 4th of March also marks the beginning of the National Safety Week campaign in India. And this day is observed, or this week is observed to create awareness about the importance of safety and health in the workplace and to promote a culture of safety among the general public. 4th of March observes the 52nd National Safety Day or National Safety Week campaign that is annually observed across from 4th of March, and the theme that you need to remember here is R aim zero harm. R aim zero harm. Then similarly remember there is another day that is National Security Day. National Security Day is also observed on 4th of March. Next, World Obesity Day. When do we observe World Obesity Day? This day is observed on 4th of March, and there is a data that suggests that by the year 2035, almost 50% of the world population will be having the problem of obesity. Alright, and this observance of this World Obesity Day is annually observed by the World Obesity Federation, that is a non-profit organization in collaboration with the global members. And the theme that you need to remember for the World Obesity Day is your changing perspective. Let's talk about obesity. I repeat, changing perspective. Let's talk about obesity. This is the theme for the World Obesity Day observed on 4th of March. All right. Next is Jharkhand's Finance Minister Rameshwar Oran has unveiled 1,16,418 crore rupees budget for fiscal year 24 in the Jharkhand Assembly. This budget is 15% higher than the last year's budget, that is of fiscal year 23. Here, the Jharkhand government has basically emphasized on the raising capital outlay and has budgeted around 25,000 crore rupees for fiscal year 24. That is up from 10,000 crore rupees in the fiscal year 22. Alright. Also, the fiscal deficit is estimated to be around 11,674 crore rupees or 2.76% of the gross state domestic product. If we talk about Jharkhand, who is the Chief Minister? Hemant Soren. All right, and there is a wildlife sanctuary here, that is Mahodanar Wildlife Sanctuary. All right, so that's all for the day, friends. Now let's go for a quick revision. NADA and NCRT, they signed an MOU to strengthen value-based sports education among school children and teachers. Ministry of Rural Development has extended an MOU with NIFT for design support of products made by self-help groups of day NRL. Ministry of Agriculture and Family Welfare approved the launch of IFCO's Nano DAP fertilizer. Democracy Report for 2023, India ranked 108th on EDI and 97th on LTI. World Bank has signed two loan programs, PHSPP and EHSDP, and for the same $500 million each will be of support will be provided to the India's healthcare sector by World Bank. IREDA and EIB explore partnership to finance renewable energy projects in India. RBI released data on the performance of the private corporate sector for the third quarter. JICA signed Japanese ODA loan agreements with Government of India to provide support for healthcare and urban infrastructure. New India Assurance became the second company to offer surety bond businesses. Next, Tata Steel Mining signed an MOU with GAIL for clean fuel. NTPC has conferred with the CBIP Award for 2022 for outstanding contribution in power generation. First privately manufactured indigenized fuse YDB 60 by EEL handed over to the Indian Navy. Former ASG and Union Minister Satyabrata Mukherjee has passed away. National Security Day on 4th of March. World Day of Fight Against Sexual Exploitation also on 4th of March. 52nd edition of the National Safety Day is also observed on 4th of March, and 52nd National Safety Week is observed from 4th to 10th of March. Then on 4th of March again we observe World Obesity Day, and Jharkhand recently presented their budget for fiscal year 24 that was 15% more than fiscal year 23. So that's all for the day, friends. Now let's go for the revision part. First, World Wildlife Day. It is observed on 3rd of March. IPS officer Rashmi Shukla has been appointed as the DG of Shastra Seema Bal, not Saurashtra, Shastra Seema Bal. Next, former Assam Chief Secretary Jishnu Barau has been appointed as the chairperson of the Power Regulator CERC. Next, SBI completed the first commercial trade in Sri Lankan rupees. Important question can be asked: which bank became which is the first bank in India to complete commercial trade in Sri Lankan rupees? It will be your SBI. Next, Tamil Nadu signed an MOU with UNEP to implement urban cooling programs in Tamil Nadu. Next, Indian Navy's INS Sumedha participated in NAVDEX and IDX 2023, that is your Naval Defense Exhibition, and IDEX, that is your International Defense Exhibition. They were hosted by United Arab Emirates from 20th to 24th of February. So question can be asked that which Indian naval ship took part in this IDEX and NAVDEX? It will be your INS Sumedha. Next, World Civil Defense Day. It is observed on 1st of March. Similarly, if we talk about Moody's report, Moody's projected India's GDP to grow by 5.5% in the year 2023. Alright, mark this important. Earlier they projected it to be around 4.8%, but now it has increased to 5.5%. Next is Prakram Divas. Prakram Divas is observed on 23rd of January. This day is observed in the memory of Subhash Chandra Bose's birthday. He was famously known as by the term Netaji. In year 2023, this is the 126th birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. And remember, from the year 2021 onwards, every year we started observing 23rd of January as your Prakram Divas. Next is your MFX exercise. MFX exercise was conducted by recently Indian Navy, And in this amphibious exercise, all the three forces of India, Indian Navy, Indian Air Force, and Indian Army, took part in this particular amphibious exercise. What is the location where this exercise was held? Andhra Pradesh. This was a 6 day long exercise that was held in Andhra Pradesh. Next, recently, Ladakh's Lieutenant Governor R.K. Mathur has launched a 14-digit UL PIN number in Ladakh. This 14-digit UL PIN number is basically a number or a unique land parcel identification number. That means if there are land in order like this, these are land. So individual land will be provided with a UL PIN numbers that signifies an authority or that signifies the owner of that particular land. Next, ICGS Shaurya and ICGS Rajveer. They are the two Indian Coast Guard ships that were on a 6 day visit to Bangladesh, as there was an MOU signed between Indian Coast Guard and Bangladesh Coast Guard, and they signed this MOU in order to enhance the cooperation between the two and in order to increase the security between these two areas. Next is your Jaipur Literature Festival. This Jaipur Literature Festival for the year 2023, it was the 16th edition of this festival that began in Jaipur, Rajasthan. Next is Cyclone 1, important. Cyclone 1, as it is the first edition, we can say this is the inaugural session of this exercise, Cyclone 1. This exercise is held between India and Egypt. This is the first edition of this exercise. And where was this exercise held? This exercise was held in Rajasthan. Next, then remember the three women who were in the Forbes list of 100 most powerful women in the world. They are Nirmala Sitaram, the Finance Minister of India, Nyka's founder Falguni Nayyar, and SEBI chairperson Madhavi Puri Bak. These are the three women that you need to remember that are important. Apart from them, Kiran Majumdar, Roshni Nadan Malhotra, and Madhavi Puri Bak. Next is Government of India has introduced UWIN to digitize India's universal immunization program. I repeat, Government of India has launched UWIN, and this is a platform that will digitize the India's universal immunization program. That was a pilot mode in two districts and each two districts from each state and union territory. Then this initiative of government, this will move is due to the effectiveness of the CoWIN platform, and it is for replicating and ensuring the digital registration routine for vaccines. UWIN platform is similar to that of CoWIN only, that was introduced on 2021 in January, and that was basically the digital backbone for India's COVID-19 immunization program, CoWIN. On CoWIN, what you used to do was you used to go there and you used to even register for your vaccination drive, and even the certificate that was necessary, that was even checked by various organization or at various entry points, have been uploaded there, and you can just download it from that website. Similarly, this is your UWIN. Alright, and this UIP, that is your Universal Immunization Program, was first introduced by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in 1978, if we are talking about large scale immunization. Alright, next is your Ayush Ministry. They have signed a memorandum of understanding with ITDC to promote medical value travel in India. I repeat, recently, which ministry has signed a MOU with ITDC? What is ITDC? ITDC is your India Tourism Development Corporation. So remember, it was Ayush Ministry or your Ministry of Ayush that has recently signed a MOU with ITDC for the travel and promotion of medical value travel in India. Alright, if we talk about this implementation process, the implementation and the progress of this MOU will be monitored by a joint working group committee that will be co-chaired by the representatives both from ITDC and Ministry of Ayush. If we talk about this MOU, under this MOU, the Ministry of Ayush will train ITDC officials on the Ayurveda and other traditional medicine systems. And the ministry will also identify the tourist circuits that will immense scope to promote this Ayurveda and other traditional systems of medicine, and it will provide a ITDC. Basically, we can say that with this medicine value travel in India program, in order to, this is a marketing strategy in simple terms that will promote the Ayush products. And what are these Ayush? Basically, Ayurveda, all right, yoga, Unani, Siddha, all right, homeopathy, naturopathy. In order to basically promote these all around India, this was launched. Also, ITDC on the suggestion of Ayush will include historical heritage sites of Indian systems of medicine in tourist destinations under knowledge tourism, and may celebrate and may also create films and literature that tourists will find useful. Apart from this, remember G20 delegates has discussed opportunities and challenges in order to promote the MVT, and MVT is your medical value travel. All right, and we know India is having the presidency of it, so there won't be an issue. So the G20 delegates are discussing the opportunities and challenges in order to promote the medical value travel in India at the first health working group meeting under the G20 presidency that will be on, or that has held on 18th of January in 2023 in Trivandrum, Kerala. All right, next. Next is Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports has formed oversight committee headed by MC Marycom to inquire allegations against the WFI, that is your Wrestling Federation of India. Recently we know that there is a protest going on against the president of Wrestling Federation of India because of the sexual assault that he has made, and even many data has been released, and even an FIR was an RTI was filed, and it stated that in the last few years multiple cases of such reports has also been filed against the women. So recently, remember, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports has formed an oversight committee that will be headed by whom? That will be headed by MC Marycom, a chairperson of the Athletes Commission of the Indian Olympic Association, and this committee will inquire into all the allegations of the sexual misconduct, harassment, and financial irregularities in the Wrestling Federation of India. All right. Next is your homework, friends. First question: as per the Indian States Energy Transition Report, which state made the most progress in the transition to clean electricity? Second, which union ministry has launched grievance appellate committee? Third, which bank has completed the acquisition of Citigroup's India consumer business? So these are your three homework questions, friends. I hope you have understood the assignment. All you have to do now is like the video and comment below and let us know what are your views for the same. If you are if you are liking this video and if you are learning new things daily from this video, then I want to see maximum like and maximum comment on this video. That will help you to prepare in a better way, and also it will motivate us to make better content for you guys. So that's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.